126. This is new.
And I am This is the
Who do you think you are podcast?
What is up, bud? How are you?
I'm pretty good. How are you doing?
I'm doing well.
Should we get the gay elephant out of the room?
Yep. Bring that little boy out.
Well, we switched some things up.
Yeah, we did.
We're doing some things. We're moving shakers. We added somebody to the crew.
We did.
It was a long vetting process.
Well, not too long, man. We enjoyed every episode we did with him.
We really did.
And then he came through for us when I had the
Corona
COVID
for like 3 months.
3 months,
It was 3 months,
three and a half. And he came through on those episodes. So welcome aboard, CJ.
Thank you guys so
AKA
much.
Hobo Blues Clown.
I'm so excited to be here.
We're excited for you to be here, man.
It's a lot of talking.
Yeah. Oh. Oh God, this is how it's gonna be.
All right, pipe
Yes.
down.
When was the first episode? Like episode 77 or something?
What, that he came on?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Something like
yeah.
that.
Or 81 or something.
Yeah,
It's like in
something
that
around
range.
there. That's wild, man. Yeah, I remember because when you first came on, you were one of the first guests that actually listened to podcasts. So you had a sense of kind of what was going on or how to. I mean, most people that we'd have on, just like when we started this, like, I've never done this before. I don't know what I'm talking or like what a joke, even what a joke. It's just because it's so, I don't know. You get thrown off a little bit, you know? But now.
Already doing his job. Look at that.
Yeah.
Set the beer can there and disappears.
That was awesome.
Is that in the...
You're making my camera wobble.
He's going to be on the Joe Rogan podcast in no time. Next to young Jamie.
Why does this look like my hungover pee in the morning?
Oof.
Look at that, huh?
That is the
It's
best.
nice
It's
and
got to go in
thick.
the way it goes out.
Well,
Cheers.
salute.
Cheers.
Welcome to the studio.
Nice little hazy.
This is gonna be a fun time, man. I'm
think
excited
so.
for this.
I think so. I'm excited as well.
So basically,
stoked.
we added him on not just because, I mean, we've had have a three-way text chat going on, which is always kind of makes
Well, it's
my
more
day
than a text-
sometimes.
It's more than a text thread. Okay, it's a three-way something, boy.
And we've had him on multiple episodes, and like you said, he helped us out immensely when he had Corona for 3 months, which I didn't know
Three
you
and
could
a
have
half.
for that
Dude,
long.
3.5.
3.5. So that helped up a lot. And then we kind of got to this point where, like, all right, he seems like he's into doing this and staying consistent with it.
Right.
And most podcasts have that producer or that person that can pull things out when we're just spitballing. Like, actually,
Right.
what you guys are saying is completely wrong. And here's
Bullshit,
some factual
yeah.
information.
He can vet us,
Yeah, he
for
can kind
sure.
of vet us.
Yeah.
And also take conversations to the next level when we maybe would stop or go on our cell phones. He can kind of like,
Yeah.
we can keep on moving on. He could be like, actually, dipshits, like 3 minutes ago when we
Yeah,
were
I
talking
think
about
it's
this
gonna
one
be
thing.
another. Yeah, it's gonna be just a different element, man, thrown into the mix, and
Yeah.
it's gonna be a lot better.
Hell yeah. I'm excited. I think it's going to be fun to try and find ways to just add to the flavors
Hell
and make
yes,
them
dude.
pop, you know?
I like that.
So
I like
it's
it
going to
too.
be good.
It's like a little witchy.
Yeah, so we got some things in the mix,
Witchy.
and
Sorry.
Witchy woman, see how high she flies.
Such a good song.
I feel like we all hit that note perfectly.
Yeah, I think we're going to get demonetized on YouTube. also.
because it was so perfect. Like, I had to use the
Yeah.
song.
And when I say demonetized, I mean demonetized.
Oh,
Ooh.
you little
Possession.
devil, dude.
Were you going something? What we also have up the sleeve? Were you gonna drop the surprise, or you just not? Were you?
Oh, that you're pregnant?
Yeah. All right. Actually, I have a bone to pick with you. I don't want to start this out on the wrong foot.
Or
And
the
it's hard
wrong
because you've been here for like 2 hours since this fucking guy's like 3 hours late.
Yeah, way to go on your
New
first
producer.
day, dude. On your first day.
And if you ever listen to any of the episodes, you would know like 2 episodes ago that you
Do not
jumped
be
in-
late.
Yeah, do not be
do
late.
not be late with this guy.
Yeah.
all right?
Yeah.
Although, if you were ever listening to me on any of the episodes I've done, you
Always
should have
late.
expected that I don't understand what a schedule is.
We'll just have to
so
like lie about the time he has to get
Yeah.
here.
Right,
We're
dude.
starting
Yeah.
at 4:30.
Pick my bone then.
I'm on
What
black
is
people
it?
time 100%.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Damn.
I'd have gone
Just-
Mexican just because we're fucking always late to everything. Dude. There's no time frame for a Hispanic family.
Anyway, dude, you can't. I welcome you to my house apartment with open arms. I say, make yourself at home. I roll a joint, smoke in my apartment, drink a beer,
Thank you, bro.
have some dill pickle chips. I really don't care. You can do whatever you want. You brought a disease into my fucking house, dude, and you got somebody that I love fucking sick.
No, I didn't.
Yeah. Where is he? Gnocchi?
Noki?
Yeah.
What did he get?
You
dude?
gave him fucking Corona, dude.
He already had Corona
Shut
before
up,
all of us.
dude.
Dude. Remember when he was puking and had diarrhea like 2 months ago?
No.
Yeah, remember you were scared and you were crying like, "Oh, my dog," and then like,
First off, really good impression. So I want to note that.
whatever, dude. Okay, he was already sick. He had it like 2 months ago. I swear to God. If
No.
anything, he gave it to me.
No.
I come to
no,
your
no,
house
no.
to do this wonderful.
You don't do anything. You show up and say a couple
Whatever,
things.
dude. Whatever. Okay.
Okay, whatever.
So how is he sick? Dude?
You got him fucking sick,
What's
dude. And this
wrong with
last
him now?
week has been sad boy Nick 2.0.
Why? What's
It's
wrong,
been-
dude? What's wrong with him?
It all started on Friday morning. He like woke up super early in the morning, like 4 or something like that. And then he sleeps on my bed, so I kind of like felt him, I guess, get up, and I was like, that's weird. Why do I hear him like in the living room? And I go out there and we kind of like cross paths. I'm like, oh, I guess
He's like,
going
"What's
back
up, man?"
Yeah, so, but
Just
then
sound like the college like dorm room.
Yeah,
all, like,
exactly.
"What's up, man? What are you doing
Hey,
at
how's it
3 in
going,
the
man?"
morning,
Yeah,
bro?
yeah. But then I'm like, oh, whatever, that's weird, and I don't really look into anything. Then I wake up that morning, and he fucking shit in the living room, which was kind of adorable because I always sleep with that screen door open. So if you want to come in here and molest me, have at it.
Yeah, you gotta climb 3.
But so he tried to go outside. He wanted to shit outside
Yeah.
it because he never makes it. He's had like
You gotta make
one
poop.
accident in his whole life.
No poo poo inside.
No, like never. Great dog. So like that's weird, but also it was a weird Thursday. I kind of drank early, to be honest with you, and I passed out
dude.
early. Like I didn't know what time I took him out or fed him and all that kind of stuff.
You
I was like,
didn't. You actually didn't
no,
take him
I
out
know I
that night.
did. It's just very hazy. Okay, I know
Yeah.
I'm a good
It's
dog
like the
owner,
beers you were
blackout or
drinking,
not.
dude.
Whatever, dude. Can I tell my story?
Sure, yeah,
Okay.
continue.
Can you cut his mic? Do you have that? Can you do this yet? So that was weird, but I didn't think too much of it until the next morning. Then it's like 3 or 4, and he's like walking all around the apartment, kind of like frantically. Jumps in the bathtub. I hear him like scratching around there. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? Keeps on doing it. I'm like, okay, I guess I'll wake up and take you out. Like I was so hesitant on doing because I just want to get my beauty sleep.
Yeah,
you know? I
of
already
course.
look like shit, dude. It's like I gotta get to sleep.
Yeah, you're handsome.
So I
fella,
take
but
him out. Thank you. I take him out, and then he takes a huge shit outside, like
Damn.
at 5 in the morning. But it just had like mucus and weird things in it, kind of.
Did you dissect the shit?
I mean, you just could see it.
Oh, okay.
And then, so then I'm like, all right, whatever. Go back to bed. Wake up, take him out in the morning before I go to work. He does another weird mucusy shit and has like weird things in it that I'm like convinced is worms or something. And then he throws up as well. And I'm like, oh
Damn.
fuck, what happened? You know? And then, then obviously go on Google and you're like
Just
searching.
2 days to live.
Yeah, 2 days live, cancer, tumor. And of
Right.
course, the first fucking dick had to go to work. I'm like, yeah, dude, my dog's sick. I'm going to have to like go home at like 10 real quick to check him. He's like, probably has cancer. And not even
Damn.
like kidding, like serious, just like, sometimes
that's a
people,
sign, yeah.
sometimes people die and dogs die. It's just unfortunate. I'm like,
Damn.
what
He
kind of
was on
fucking-
this. He had a bad day.
And it's such a
he had a bad
just
day that
fucking
morning.
dickhead. Because whenever their like kids are sick or their wife's sick, I'm like, oh, is everything okay? I'm like, oh, she has cancer. I'm gonna start doing that because that's
Don't do that to a human's life compared to a dog's life. man.
that dog's life is more valuable than your life to me. So do you know that? You know what I mean?
homie.
Well, we got a backup. He's taking the notes. He's learning the rhythm. That in no time. This is the easiest.
This is
way
my
to push you
replacement.
out.
Huh? This is my replacement.
He's
God
like
damn it.
things that piss
And I
Nick
signed
off.
up for
things
it. I was
that
like, dude, that's a great idea. Let's have him on. Yeah.
like, I
jeez
think this would be an
Louise.
awesome idea. Dude, this kept
I
on.
hired my replacement. Thanks, bro. Jesus.
And then this kept on happening, dude, throughout pretty much until yesterday. And then my mom even came down to like watch him over and like see, because I was convinced that maybe he had worms or the mucus was freaking me out. Then, like with anything, you go on Google WebMD
Yeah.
or Pet, you're like, yeah, he's dying.
Dead.
And then I'm like, fuck the vets off. Like I can't afford that.
Yeah,
I
like
can't
a-
afford
like
it,
a
but
hospital.
But like I want to buy other things, like
course.
not selfishly, but just in the same way of like
But for
these
yourself,
fucking dickheads,
yeah.
these vets are just. It's $600 to go just
Yeah,
to
it's
step
a-
a foot in there. It's
it's
it's so
crazy, bro.
crazy. It's
So
ridiculous.
what was it? What did he end up having?
I have no idea. I mean, I think
Is he good now or
I-
what?
I
Is he
feel
getting-
like he's getting better.
Coming out of the woods?
The thing is, he's been like active and he seems happy. So
Yeah, I mean, he greeted me well.
yeah, so I think maybe just you gave him COVID, and this is what people have COVID do. They have diarrhea. They can't taste or smell for a couple days. They throw up. So I don't
You know,
see what else. This is aim.
I'm
this
not,
is aim
I'm not
to
sure
be.
what the science behind it is, but I don't see it not being possible. Because you know how dogs see or shit or like in different dimensions?
Yeah.
What
See
if-
or shit in different. So like they shit in different dimensions sometimes. That's fucking
different
dope.
dimensions, dude.
That's the
Dogs
Mayan
shit in different
Aztecs. Something I did
dimensions.
not learn about.
But like
some other guy, like
maybe it's transferable from humans to dogs, and maybe I gave it to him. You might be right.
Well, it is.
Yeah,
it is transferable.
Did you give him a test? Did you do the Q-tip in the nose?
Yeah, I did the same.
Nice. And then the temperature through the butthole. Did you like put your finger? That's how you check a dog's.
I'm talking about something serious, dude. I really thought my dog was gonna. I was absent from our text thread for a day. Nobody reached out to me, sent me flowers or like an edible arrangement. Like, dude, are you okay?
I actually looked it up, and it is transferable to.
Is it really?
Pets? Yeah. It looks like dogs don't transfer it as much between each other, but you can definitely
So my
give it to your
dogs
dog.
probably had COVID.
This is why I love this.
I know.
That was great.
This is so good.
That was so
That's-
good. You
that's-
dickhead! You Corona giving piece of shit. You
Super
should go
spreader.
downstairs and bang my neighbor, you piece of shit.
Spreader,
You're gonna be your fucking fourth husband, okay? You whore!
I'm a super spreader, bro.
You are a
That's
super
crazy.
spreader, dude. I'm sick of it.
Oh, you
I'm
know what
sorry,
it says?
okay?
I signed you up for the vaccine.
Hold on.
This is from the CDC, Nick. You should make sure that you're walking your dog on a leash at least 6 feet away from other people.
Oh.
Ooh.
Did you do
You
that?
took him to the dog park the other day. So who's contributing to this? Who's contributing to the? Dude, yes, you did.
Fake news.
Fake news.
Do not put a mask on your pet. That could harm your pet.
I've done it like
Oh, but put it on
comically,
yourself.
like for an Instagram post. Like, yeah, look at my dog. He's a mask or two. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
But
And then he dies.
you've done
Wanted
it.
to get a
You've
new
done it
dog.
to him before, like with a mask. And I'm like, that. You're gonna wear this after?
Yeah. Yeah,
How-
definitely wore it.
Do you wear washable masks, right?
Yes.
How often do you wash it?
Every
Honestly?
2 days.
Every two? Oh,
Yeah.
every 2 days.
Yes. Yeah, because then
Really?
you're just breathing in the same shit, bro. That's causing mold. That's creating mold and shit. And if it's a washable mask, like it's
I thought that was how you built immunity.
to a certain extent, but it could also give you symptoms like a scratchy throat and like all that too.
I was just joking. I didn't.
How about underwear?
4 days. I go.
No,
4
I'm
days.
asking you
No,
seriously.
seriously.
Yeah.
I just wear underwear once. Like
For
if I
24 hours?
Yeah, if I shower in the morning and I
Okay.
use that underwear, I'll be like, I'll debate it the next morning. Like
You don't shower after work?
sometimes,
Oh, sometimes.
like today I did because I know
Donald
we
Trump
had
wasn't
that.
too wrong.
About what?
I don't know. I'm just saying. Just saying.
Fucking
I didn't
dickhole.
say.
Whatever,
You can draw the
dude.
line to
Yeah.
whatever. Well,
You
might
put
be
whatever
saying.
shoe
You
you
decide.
want.
You can decide to fill in the blank as an ad lib.
Fuck
Mad lib.
off,
Ad lib.
dude.
Mad lib. Ad lib. CJ.
I'm sorry.
Ad-lib.
I'm sorry.
Big ad-lib. Bad lib.
Yeah, dude, it was sad. It's just
Sad
No, it is
And
sad.
it's sad
When you-
'cause he's 8 now, man. So it's like,
he's getting
fuck,
older.
dude.
Yeah.
And I just, even these are like prerequisite classes of me dealing with my dog's death, and it's gonna fucking destroy me, man. And there's that voice in the back of your head, someone that says bad things. They're like, that's almost like, God, just get it over with so that it finally ends, so you're not fucking worrying about it every day. That like, and I was like, fuck, why are you thinking about it? You should be so happy
Yeah.
now. He seems better, but at the same time, you're like, but I don't know.
I do that with
it's like
some
with
of-
loving anybody,
Yeah.
you know. It's
I do that with my family.
like in a good or a bad way.
Just like maybe that person could die so that I don't have to just ever worry about it again. That might be nice.
Is that a selfish thought though?
It's, yeah, because it's
probably,
your
yeah.
feelings towards it. Where if you looked at it like from a philosophy standpoint, it'd be like death is inevitable, and like worrying about
Yeah.
death it serves no
Yeah.
purpose or worry. So it's on your own ego, your own insight to be so troubled by somebody else's
Right.
death when it's out of their control. It's out of your control.
Yeah, man.
So you're taking away
it
from
is-
that moment
I
walking
mean,
your dog when maybe he is shitting weird stuff, but.
You ever shit weird stuff, bro? You're
I'm
good. See?
drunk, of course I do. And I can't wait for sober January. I need it so bad.
dude,
You
I
ever
need
shit
it too.
normal shit?
Not really. It's rare. And if I do it, Pete gets a picture. When's the last time I sent you a picture?
I think December of 18.
Yeah, adds up.
Yeah.
So that was sad, dude. And it was a hard week, man.
Yeah, it's sad for sure, dude.
And it's sad that just the things that people say too are just. I think I've just realized
That's
that people
all
around me are all
projection, man.
shitty.
That's all projection,
All the
though.
people I
Like,
work with are shitty.
that's how they think. They're
friends
stuck
are
in the thought of like, well,
Maybe
People
though. Do you
die.
think that they meant to make you feel bad when they said that?
Yeah. Kick me in the shin. It's cancer.
It's cancer, bitch.
It's cancer. Deal with it. What are you gonna cry? Like, what did he say? Oh, I was crying. My dog was throwing up, and you know what? Yeah, your dog had blood problems, and I was worried about. I would text you like, "Oh, is your dog okay?"
You
this or
didn't
that.
text
and
me.
you're
You
like,
text me once,
"Well, I guess
maybe."
we're gonna sell her. I'm like, what's wrong
I did
with
not
you?
say that first.
Oh, you said you're
Fake news.
Oh.
Fake news.
We're
Okay.
gonna put her on the end of a corner with like a sofa or something like say, "Take
Free.
it free."
No, bro. But no, I understand the feeling. It's shit, man. It's shit. Because you do worry about that. But these people that project that like that's their constant thoughts. Like that's what they're dealing with. So they're fucking obviously gonna say that.
Yeah,
like,
that's true.
And that's sad. It's sadder for them, because they're the ones carrying.
But I'm thinking it too. So like, don't positive. It's not a positive reinforcement. It's a reinforcement. I'm like, don't reinforce my, the negative things. Just be fake positive at least. Just be like, it's good.
How do you guys deal with that well when you're in a work environment? So, you're walking by and somebody's like, it gets better, and that kind of bullshit.
Just depends who it is, and it depends on my mood. Because like, even Pete could say something like that, and like, sometimes even like a philosopher, you could read something, and it could be such a simple
strikes you a
thing,
little wrong,
or right. It could
yeah.
be and like, oh wow, I'm gonna make a post, I'm gonna get this tattoo. Like it seems so deep, and like you say to somebody else, they're like, I mean, I remember, and it's still stuck with me. And I know I did it on an episode. It was just you and me. I think when I was dressed up as Frankenstein's monster, it was like, if you plunge into the ocean, it doesn't matter if water exists. If you believe that water exists, and like that still sticks with me. But it is kind of it's not like people will just be like, yeah, well, if a tree falls in the forest, you hear the noise. I'm like, well, fuck you. No, this is deeper.
You take a shit in the woods.
Yeah, it's like Is the Pope Catholic? And I'm like, yeah, I don't know. He touches little kids. Man. I know that. He's a pedophile.
They got a room of dicks over there, dude. I don't know what they're doing. Okay,
drinking dicks out of goblets. I don't know. So that was my week, and I just been bad, dude. This is the best I felt.
Well, I mean, he greeted me well today.
Yeah.
I haven't seen an attitude change while we were here. He always chills when we're talking. He was squeaking his toys earlier. I mean, I don't know if he was acting like this when the muck of it was going on.
I think I was also just like
in your head about it.
I think I was. I think, and I don't know if like manifesting is a real thing, but I almost kind of feel like I was like, dude, am I
killing my dog?
Well, was I creating it in the sense of being like, because I'm so tired and worn down, like that I was just like feeding into this narrative that something was wrong, that I was like examining every sound he was going to make. I mean, obviously something was wrong. Something was happening. You know what I mean? Like he did shit in the house. He threw up. He had weird things in his shit.
Was there any discharge from the nose or eyes?
No.
It says signs of sickness in dogs may include fever, coughing, difficulty breathing, and shortness of breath, lethargy, sneezing, discharge from the nose or eyes, vomiting, or diarrhea.
Yeah. I mean, that's a problem.
That's a classic sign like you might be fucking.
I was going to say, that's like all of the things.
Yeah, every living organism pretty much experiences that when they're sick. Yeah.
I hate also
I'm a little under the weather today.
Thanks, CDC.
Yeah. CDC, don't fuck with me, dog. I hate when like sicknesses, like even if you look something with like, oh, my chest hurts or this, it's like a list of 12 different symptoms. Like, would it really be like, oh, my eyes twitching and then I have an ulcer? It's like, you know what I mean? Like
the drastic.
It's like I have a fever, my eyes twitching, I'm bleeding from my nose, or I can't breathe, or I can't smell. It's like, what is like? Isn't there some kind of like?
I actually have all that stuff all the time.
Is there like some kind of general idea of what's happening with a lot of these things?
Yeah.
It feels like it's so like we got to hit every block so that way we are covered. It almost seems like that.
It's generalized for sure.
It's super generalized.
Yeah, like they're worried more about covering their ass with what they say than they are about giving you information that you can use.
Liability, baby.
But that goes back to the thing of taking your dog to the vet, because then all of a sudden, oh, we should do a blood test. We didn't find anything, so now we should do an X-ray. We didn't find anything, so now we should do an MRI.
Oh yeah,
so it's like it becomes this
fucking
thing.
$1,400 later.
Yeah,
exactly.
Do you want your dog to live? If not, you're a piece of shit. But go home and take. You know, it's like that was the option they gave me. I was like, bro, I can't afford another $1,400 treatment.
Well, I did that to my dog when she got ran over. I like a half a mile away from home. I'm like carrying her. I'm running home.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the fuck's going on? So I take her to this vet, and they're running all these tests. Okay, it's $600 for this. Yes, I love my dog. Do that. All right, now it's the next test. $600 to do this. All right, and then it comes to like I'm like $2,000 in the hole. And they're like, all right, so we can do this surgery. We don't know if it's gonna work, but she will come back and maybe not be the same dog. I'm like, I mean, couldn't you have told me that $2,000 ago? And then you sign that off. It's like, all right, now to cremate her, it's $400. You're like, what the fuck is wrong with you people? Can't that like kind of go into that? Like,
business,
baby. I'm crying, like in tears, like more than I've cried for any human that's ever died. She's 2 years old.
That's wild.
It's my birthday, which doesn't really matter, but just plays into the narrative of like feeling bad for myself.
Right.
But just like the way they just keep on digging into the money, they're like, all right, now we got the most, and it's $400 more for that. You're like, come on, dude.
Oh, we put a Band-Aid on her, they said sometimes, and it's like, that's $300 for the
I mean,
Band-Aid.
You're like, let me smack you.
I don't want this whole episode to be
Put a
about dog
Band-Aid on
treatment,
you.
but that was kind of my whole week, dude. It was a sad.
I mean, that's
I
your
love
week,
my
bro.
I love my dog,
We
man.
talk about our day-to-days, dude.
I love him. He makes me happy.
Yeah, man,
Makes
for
me
sure.
feel
He makes
not
me happy,
so
man.
lonely,
He's
I
a good
guess.
doggy.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah. But I think he's okay. I think we're coming out of the woods. But this piece of shit gave him COVID. I just wanted everybody to know that episode 126.
Super spreader.
I mean, this is kind of like what you were talking about on, I think, the last episode we did together, where it was, like, that's your kid, dude. That's your connection to the world,
Yeah, which is sad from somebody who has a kid because I know it's not similar.
No.
To those people.
I was
but
just playing into the fact that like your cook, your coworker did that to you, and like I was like just egging it on.
I know, but
I understand.
That's the thing. It's like people do see it that way because I know it's not a kid. I know it's not this like because I could imagine like fuck having a kid and like having. I mean, kids have cancer. Kids have all. I mean, look, any child's hospital commercial. It's so fucking sad how many things happen.
Dude, I cry. I cry at fucking videos. Like so much more. And I noticed this. Obviously, I've never had a kid before, but I noticed this with like animal videos, dude. I love animal videos. Like when I see just like the reunited videos of like the dog seeing the troop come back from Afghanistan. Like I love it. That just hits me right in the fucking feels, dude. Like so much. And I don't know, man. Now I'm not comparing my daughter to a dog or anything, but it's like that, like knowing that sense of love or having that sense of love for something else, a tiny human, like it's fucking wicked, man. But maybe and you said like you're stuck in like, am I manifesting like these feelings or am I creating this world that she's gonna live in? And in a sense, yes, but it's like they don't have to be bad thoughts, because I get stuck in that loop too of like negative, like what if this, what if that, what if something happens there, and I get stuck in that loop. And I'm just like, fuck, dude, you're not enjoying the moments you should be enjoying.
Yeah.
You're not enjoying like her grow up and her laugh or her cry. Like, it's wild, man. It's love. It's love, man.
But I guess going back to like the soldiers and dog videos. So I guess you see like a daughter going to the father just returns home from back from home because like they have a human on human connection. Like that almost seems like she should be crying. They both should kind of be like in glee. So it's still heartwarming and everything. But then when you see like the Iraq soldier come back and the dog's like whining and and going in circles, like it's this old like wolves becoming domesticated dogs that would like. I heard this. I don't remember where I heard this, but they said like our frontal cortex probably evolved because we had dogs as like the first alarms for watching out for animals around our villages. So dogs were like the first connection for us to actually start intellectually thinking in a way to help our brain grow.
That's an interesting theory.
Yeah, which I don't know.
Now my dog's barking. I'm like, shut up!
Yeah,
God damn it!
This isn't 2000 BC. There's no mountain lions out there. It's a fucking squirrel.
It's the mailman, bro, and he's giving me my chill out, dude. He's cool. Jeff's cool, man. All right?
He's got an Amazon package. All right, shout out Jeff Bezos, making a lot of money right now.
Oh, bro, it's wild, huh? How much money he's making. You know what? He deserves all that money, dude. He figured out the way. Smart people don't pay taxes. What do we say?
Smart businessmen
don't pay taxes.
Yeah. I was trying to mouth it with you, and you couldn't do it.
I couldn't. Sorry, bro.
Yeah, that was episode 115 of Who Do You Think You Are podcast. Smart businessmen don't pay taxes.
Don't pay taxes.
Classic episode. Go back to it. Who knows? And so all this death talk. I thought of.
Let's continue. Let's roll on. I got something about death too, but
I got a good like. People always ask the question: would you?
Do they?
It's like it's a classic. Like if you knew when you were gonna die, would you rather know when you're gonna die or not when you're gonna die? Right? I'm not what I'm asking.
You're not asking that?
No, I'm taking it one farther.
Okay.
Would you rather know when you're gonna die or how you're gonna die? And you have to choose one of those.
How I'm gonna die.
But it's like if you're gonna die in your sleep, it's like every night before you go to sleep, are you like?
I'd say I love you to all my loved ones and be like, today might be the night, baby.
But what if it's like driving? Every time you drive for the rest of your life until you die, you'd be so paranoid about being in a car.
Why, how versus why? Why would you choose how instead of why?
I like the mystery of not knowing when, or not know like
when is what I meant. Sorry.
Yeah. No. It's like I'd rather know how I die than when how do I word it differently? Like,
so me, for example, I would rather know when, because then I at least can,
not be expecting it.
Well, I could schedule it. I want to know when I'm going to die. That way I'm like, okay, I've got this much time to do whatever I choose versus how that there's nothing practical I can do with knowing how I die if there's nothing I can do to change it.
And also, I just feel like
that makes sense.
Kind of that scenario being like, if you know how you're going to die, it would take the joy out of some kind of activity for sure.
I would just never do that again.
Until that one time you have to. It's like, no, you have to come in the car with us. And you're like, no, this is how I die.
I'm dead. Y'all killing me.
How might be
We're
interesting
going on this
though
road trip, okay?
for that reason, where you're just like
try to avoid.
You're like, is this it? Or you're just like, you might be expecting it, but it's not this time, and you're like, woo!
Oh man,
What a rush!
Almost.
That's a great premise for something.
Or like, what would happen to me is like, let's say it's like, all right, you die in a car accident. I'm like, all right. And what would happen to my dumbest? I get so drunk or something one night, I'd be partying in the car, and then all of a sudden, like that sobering thought would happen, be like, I'm not supposed to be in here.
Damn, dude, that's wild.
That might be one of those self-fulfilling prophecies, though.
Yeah, right.
I'll tell you how you're gonna die in a car accident, and then every time you're in a car, you're like, oh fuck
you, man.
Yeah.
I think I'd have to say when, because the how, I just feel like there's so many possibilities from how that it'd be, okay, let's say you have a heart attack or a stroke, or something happens to your arm or your leg. Anytime you feel like you'd almost manifest that in a way that I'd always feel like I had chest pain. I'd always feel like I have a toothache.
I'm having chest pain.
Help! I need a doctor. I don't know. I wouldn't want to know either. And I drink enough that I'd forget whoever told me that anyways. I get blackout drunk that night, talk to a bartender. It's this fucking guy out there. He told me, hey, would you rather choose when you're going to die? I was like, I just said, when I'm going to die. So I'm going to black out so I forget.
She just starts crying, I don't want to die, please.
It's like every prior relationship, huh? Blackout to you forget, dude.
Shout out.
Shout out.
My dating life, not going too hot right now.
No?
No, I think I'm done with dating sites for a minute. I need to take
straight to marriage for you now?
Yeah, straight to Christian mingle.
Try and arrange. Oh,
Let's
okay.
go. Do you want to get into it, or
You could just go to a Russian bride.
No, gross.
Order
dude.
by mail.
I don't trust Russians, dude. They rigged our last election.
KGB? What the? You think the KGB's dead? Okay, yeah. Vladimir Putin's definitely.
No, I'm just like that. I'm that little twink that gets caught up in these conversations and like you start fantasizing and dreaming about the future way too soon.
You fall
Same.
quickly.
I follow quickly in real life, and then also on these websites I follow. I mean, because sometimes I'm like, I'm having a genuine conversation with this girl, like, and she's really beautiful. I go back, look at her pictures, just like as in between.
She's not that great, I guess. No,
I'm like, dude,
That's a real thing.
Really?
I've done that where
we'll
I'm
get
like,
into that.
Yeah,
Note it. Yeah,
I do have ones that are like, because sometimes if you're like drunk or something, you do swipe quicker. Sometimes you're just like more carefree. Because like whatever, I don't care. I don't talk to these people if we do match,
Yeah.
And they do that on both sides. So there's no hard feelings when it's like a quick conversation. It's these ones that like weeks or something, and you're like, what did I do? And I don't know what it is.
Is that a sad thought because you think?
It's sad because I'm so excited. I'm like, I'm young and in love. I'm back in high school because she's in high school and I'm fucking stoked. I'm like, yeah, dude, she's got her whole future ahead of her. She thinks I have an apartment and it's cool. I can drive. And she's like, hell yeah.
it takes so much less to impress them.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah.
No,
right?
Because for me, you find people that are 27, 28, never married. I don't really care about the marriage thing. I don't care if you're divorced.
Kids?
The kid thing's a huge thing for me. The kid thing, and then also like, do you have like kind of your life together? Like, are you fucking?
You a fucking
are you
okay
living
person?
at home
Yeah.
still? Like, what are you doing? Do you have a decent job? Or are you trying to like just like? So when you do finally like a couple of these for me criteria that it's kind of like what's it, like a deal breaker or whatever you call it. These deal breakers I feel like at my age start getting tougher and tougher. It's like, well, maybe you have to deal with having a kid, or I'm like, no, I'm sorry. Or have to deal with this, and it's like I don't know.
I got a cat, and no.
I'm fine with that.
Have you removed any deal breakers from your list in recent years?
Ooh, that's a good question. Remove any deal breakers.
or just looked over?
The one deal breaker that I used to really be attracted to people that had my same addictions. You know, it's like the trauma bonding in a way. So like I was like, if she doesn't drink, like I'm not gonna date her. If she doesn't smoke weed all the time, like I can't date that. But also because it's so fucking hard to find somebody that doesn't smoke weed that's okay with you smoking weed every day.
Yeah.
Or doing mushrooms every couple months.
Right.
Those aren't things in my life I really want to take away because I feel like they actually add something to my existence and they're self-fulfilling, but they're looked at, especially in these cultures or these corners where they don't do these drugs. I can see why doing DMT would be like, what's wrong with you? Like I can see how it's drug. I can see how it's a lot. I can see how it's like, oh, you just have this fucking pothead, druggy guy. And it's like, I don't see it like that. With drinking, yes, I certainly abuse it. With the other drugs and things I like with weed, I mean, yeah, I smoke like every day, but it does level me out in some way. I'm getting shit done.
Also, yeah, you're not slacking. You're
not me.
Yeah.
I mean, you've just made one of the biggest podcasts in the Phoenix, Arizona. Shout out Columbus. Thanks for listening. Another great week in Columbus, Ohio. I'm convinced it's probably one of my ex-girlfriends trying to hear some clips about her, and I'm talking about you, baby. Because I got a couple that are
Is this
from
the
there.
horse bitch?
No, it's not the horse bitch.
Jesus.
One of them is the Cuddy bitch. The Cuddy bathtub bitch. She's from Columbus, Ohio.
Damn, for
and
real?
we had some of that Skyline chili.
You guys rehashed something?
Is this you? Reach out. Are you fanatic?
Nick's looking for love. He's trying to go straight to marriage. Come on, give us a call.
How's the kid doing?
The lines are.
This one had a kid.
The lines are open.
Oh, but this is what you enjoyed the kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember? I was going to ask
you.
you.
Other relationships going on. I was too focused on it, okay?
Well, you were focused on a couple relationships, let's be honest there.
I'm here for a good time, not a I don't know, what did they say?
Not a long time.
Thank you. Yeah, that's CJ.
Give her a round.
Welcome to the studio. Make us seem a little less dumb because we can scapegoat out of it.
We're still dumb, dude. Well, we just blame it on him. Like, he told us.
No, because you can finish the thought rather than like them being at home like, it's this, you fucking idiot. Now they're like, yeah, see, they'll get the idea. You know, they'll tell them.
Quit smoking weed every day and you might learn something.
You sound like the last girl that I thought we were having a good conversation on Bumble with. Okay? I was really into it.
Quit smoking weed every day or hire someone for free.
No, it's
to remember things for you.
What?
Let's read the messages. Oh, my phone's there.
Bummer. You fucking planned that shit.
What?
He said, let's read the messages and go through their conversation. But he's like, oh, my phone's
Bummer.
Maybe next week.
Maybe next week we'll print them out. All right?
But so, okay, you're talking to like 1 or 2 weeks and like, I don't know. It seems like we're in need of so much more emotional support than it is physical to me. Because if you're doing that to someone, they're obviously probably doing the same thing. Like,
that's what I don't get though.
But
it
like that's a lack. That's a lack of I don't know, what is it? Social distance love or what? What is like? You know what I'm trying to get at?
Yeah,
though? It's
like there's a trouble establishing intimacy. And it's a huge problem right now. I mean, it's the reason why. Like Dr. Drew talks about how kids these days are so online and everything is.
We're not. I don't think we're. I don't know. We're
so everything is at such a distance from each other that you know you crave that intimacy and you want to establish it, but you don't know how.
But it's almost better just over an app.
That's when you start getting all stalkerish. All these kids, you know, like that's what's creating this abundance of stalking behavior where kids are becoming like best friends.
Stalker?
And shit.
Dude, I can see you as a stalker.
I mean, actually,
you look like a Unabomber right now, bro.
Actually, the way you look, and no, but I mean, that's
boy pants, Adidas sweater, bro. You a stalker?
I think that's actually part of what the like overcommitting up front. No, where you're like falling in love over this conversation with a pretty woman that you haven't ever actually met yet.
And what is this?
It's
tied to?
It's because there's such a lack of intimacy that you don't know what to do with it. You know, we know how to negotiate having a physical relationship, but we have no idea how to negotiate living together and
coexist.
I also see, because that makes me feel like a really bad person. So I don't want to think that's
I don't think it does.
No,
I don't think
but
it
I
does.
think what happens too is you, at my age, you also meet broken people that, for me, I'm guilty of this too, because how I'm dressed, it's no mistake. Is that sometimes I when I get something on the hook, if I do fall into these traps too, or even like I start pushing away, so I'm like, well, actually, I got a good thing. I also get like, I retract a little bit because I'm like afraid of losing
a sense of yourself.
Maybe that's what it is. Fuck, damn, that's bad too.
No, it's not bad, dude.
Yes, it is.
How is any of this bad?
One thing that I think would help you is separating out the analytical part from the judgmental part.
Yeah.
Like if you're gonna judge yourself, take time to just judge yourself. If you're gonna analyze like what it is, take time to analyze it, but separate them. Because you do it, like you're ending every sentence. Pete's like defending you from yourself right now. Love Nazi over here is like, don't take it out on yourself, bro. Yeah. You gotta,
Bro, I'm just being honest. No, it's like it's like you said, it's the analytical part of yourself, but just don't cross hairs with the judge wire. You know what I'm saying?
Like let yourself judge yourself, but take the time to just be like, oh, that's just the way it is because that's the way it is.
Okay, judge yourself, analyze, and maybe different outcome, dude, or some, I don't know. It's not a fucking math equation.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, I will.
All right.
Okay.
I think so.
Why don't you do some self-reflection, Nick? Jesus Christ, dude.
I'll reach back out to her, make sure everything's okay. I know that she got out of a relationship too, so she's probably a little bit like,
that's where all them listens are coming from, baby. Columbus, Ohio. Thank you.
Oh man.
Oh fuck, man.
Well, I don't have anything else to say about that. I don't know. What
about relationships?
Didn't you have something that you?
I was just saying, like the I don't know. It feels like everybody's so into it emotionally, but like the physical part, is it just because of COVID?
I want to get physical, dude.
But is it just because of COVID?
No,
People
dude.
ain't giving a fuck.
I've gone out with.
I don't know, bro. I haven't dated online ever in my entire life.
Yeah,
I think that's one thing I wanted to ask, not to like go too far back in the conversation, but honestly, as far as like how you were saying, some people, like, it's hard to date people who don't share your culture or don't have your culture in common, because I'm going to be sitting here smoking weed, and if you like me when I'm like, all super energetic and sober and whatever happens when I'm sober, and then I switch into like a goofy, silly, laid back guy when I smoke, or vice versa, whatever it is, like, how are you going to deal with that? Because you don't have an equivalent like personality shift that happens in the day, so like there's like these little things that you have to navigate if you're gonna
just ask my wife,
cross cultures. But that's the thing, and the point you made about, I can see why doing DMT would be weird, and it made me think about how you're like, I have a kid and a wife, and that would be weird.
Yeah, it would be. It wouldn't be following,
God.
Not necessarily God.
And it would. I'm trying to tell you.
Not necessarily God, but Jesus Christ himself.
Jesus Christ himself.
According to the tenets of
no, my wife's morals, like her ethical, morals, deal breakers or whatever. And I don't necessarily feel it would be like a deal breaker, but just out of respect for them, for her, I don't oppose. I'm not against. I was here when you did your trip.
You're godfathered in though. That's why I feel like your dating thing. It's like it's such a. Don't you feel like it's like a different time? Like, yeah, you met somebody.
Kind of. Yeah, it's like the grand. Yeah,
you're godfathered in also, in like a lot of these deeper things that maybe are deal breakers for us. You guys didn't even really consider at that point because like that wasn't the biggest. It's not that big of a factor in your life as it may be now. Where for me, it's like I won't even tell some of these girls, like, I have a podcast, for example, because like then they just jump in to hear, and like you were saying earlier, it's hard to show yourself to somebody because there's so many different sides of yourself. One side you're sober and like kind of like all over the place, and other times you're chill or being funny. It's like
regardless, dude, I'm a different person from when like how I act in the morning, and then fucking lunchtime I'm a different person, and and go to bed I'm a different person. Not necessarily because I smoke when I get home, but
they're just different.
Energy,
but just imagining being somebody who's sober, or even somebody who's like religious and like, oh, that's the devil.
Yeah.
And you're like,
podcast?
Yeah.
But seriously, like having those beliefs against that and being like, oh, he does a podcast, like,
and we're so casual about shit where it's
and I just throw it like it's hard. Like I hide that from people because like you could really dive in pretty deep, or things that could actually push you away that we could completely be kidding about because we all have like this certain.
Right.
Camaraderie, like jokes around that they're like that we've also built those up.
We keep the good ones off of the
podcast. On the wedding day or something, they find out like, you have 500 episodes.
That's hilarious.
You made a race joke in every episode.
I don't know who the bleep I married. That should be a show.
I don't know who
Pick
do you
it up, TLC.
Who do you think you are?
You called me pig whore cunt in the beginning episode.
That was your downside.
What if you become friends with them? Like by some happenstance.
I have a podcast. You guys should check out.
We'd have to. Well,
You literally couldn't tell them.
Well, that's the thing. Like, if we were actually friends and they came over, it'd be really hard to be like, "What is this?" Be like, "Ah, it's where
music,
I eat dinner."
music,
Yeah.
and
I do music.
porn. This is my porn station.
This place is looking pretty cool right now,
Dude, it
honestly.
really is.
Like having you
It
in this
really
little
is.
station working out. Like, I fucking dig where this is going.
Oh, for sure,
dude.
man. I dig it.
This is awesome.
It's very festive too. Oh! It's Christmas time.
Hey, Pedro, pass me that over there.
What is it?
It's in your pocket, man. Give it to me.
That's a banana.
Why did I just turn Hispanic too?
I don't know, but let's
Because it's Feliz Navidad.
Go ahead and cut that out. Make sure you line that.
that's funny, man.
Really?
Not really.
Okay.
Hey, do you see the?
Yeah,
the
when
first...
people say that's funny, it usually means it's not funny, right? And then
That's
do you
so
catch,
true.
and you catch
That's
do you ever
100%
catch
true.
yourself doing
Yeah.
that too? Like that's so funny.
Yeah.
But usually it's like because I want them to shut up in a way. Because these people, like when you
I was
keep,
trying to like
when you
just
get in that loop,
segue
though,
over into
just keeps
something
going,
else. You
keeps
know,
going.
trying to make this
But
podcast
but
work.
Don't you realize
Just building
when
a transition
no.
here. But.
Okay,
No.
Transition.
No.
Transition. There you go, Elliot.
I'm already
Elliot.
No,
Elliot,
no.
the stage is
Tell
yours.
your joke.
Yeah.
Go ahead. We're
Go ahead.
listening. Tell your joke.
Yeah, it's
I'm sure it's
2021.
going to be
Transition.
really funny.
Yeah, transition right into it. All right, play the theme music. Let's get the
music.
Can I get one quick little hit of that, please? All right, well,
You dickhole, dude. Whatever. I
right.
didn't mean to cut you off, but it is true. When people say like, "Oh, that's funny," it's like you're usually looking at your phone. You're doing exactly what I was doing, like to shut up, man. Come on. I was trying to shut you up.
you were? I actually thought it was kind
No.
of funny, but you were like kind of offhandedly being like, "Oh, that's so funny."
No.
That's so funny, dude. Hell yeah. All right, what do you got? Transition, bro.
I need a beer now.
Okay, I'll get you one.
Thanks, dude. You're so nice.
Well, I want one too.
I would like to argue with you guys
Would
about
you
what
want-
you
do you
said
want
about.
one?
Yes, please. I drank mine like 45 minutes ago.
You got any water in this place? Jesus. You got any water in this place? My first day, I was late. You got any water in here?
I was being self-deprecating, and that just went off. That went badly.
No,
But I do have a bone to pick. I think that you guys both were so adamant about saying that I know dogs aren't like children, but I at least just want to put out there for the record that I feel like it's on the same spectrum.
it's on a
and
similar spectrum.
It's
for
on the
sure.
same.
Yeah.
Like you nailed it. I think at the end, and I was gonna say that, but you
course, I never
but
get
you
credit
rolled
for
through it, and I think that. You said it was love. You said something like you ended it by saying it's all about love, and that's the spectrum upon which, like the paternal love is the same.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean,
It's not the same magnitude.
I definitely judge people, and they're like, "Yeah, I'm a parent." Like being serious. Like, yeah, I'm a parent. But I have a dog, 2 dogs, whatever.
Yeah.
Like I'll judge you for that a little bit, but I mean, I understand it. You know
How
what I'm
would
saying?
you qualify the difference? You have both experiences, so.
Yeah, but his dogs are outside. He doesn't even have
Yeah,
names
dude, I
for
don't let
them.
him on the couch outside. They're 1, 2, 3.
They're just fighting dogs. They're just fighting
Two
dogs
had
for
the,
money.
Two went missing for a while. It came back a different dog. I don't know.
It looked good. No, I don't know, man. I feel like I mean, you want to train your dog right, properly, and all that. Raise them well, but we know. I don't know. It's so much more primal. Like you're raising this, or you're training this dog. But I wouldn't call it training my daughter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I wouldn't touch those wires.
You would say raising your daughter, though, right?
Yeah, raising.
And raising is technically the term that you would apply to farm animals.
It's the correct term,
That's
actually.
true, yeah.
The correct term would be rearing.
Yeah, rearing.
But we don't use
You
it
don't use
because
that
of the
for your kids.
connotation.
Well,
Yeah.
Jeffrey Epstein used that enough for all of us, huh?
I don't know. I mean, I think he gave an arena for people that wanted to pursue
You're right.
art.
Art.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I don't know. It's different. I don't think you have to try as hard with a dog, and that's not me being.
I don't know because
That's not me. Hold on. That's not. Let me defend myself. That's not me being.
Jump in here, dude.
That's not me being a negligent parent. I feel because I don't neglect them from love. I don't neglect them. Maybe they haven't had the proper training or rearing or raising, sit, hand, paw, whatever that other dogs have had. But I don't know. It's just, you don't have to try. I guess you don't have to try as hard with a dog. And with a child, it's completely different.
Okay, can I butt in here now?
The amount that you care.
Sorry.
No, the amount that you...
No, you cannot,
it's
Nick.
just...
I'm still interviewing Pete, actually.
This producer is a little bossy. I don't know if this is going to work out.
Okay, have you never met shitty parents before? What are you talking about? You have to try hard to raise a kid. Half the people that have kids don't try hard.
have
They're all on
I?
dating websites. Okay, what are you talking about? This is insane. What are you talking about?
Dude. Whatever, dude. I've met shitty parents.
I work with people that are shitty parents. I'm like, how are you a parent? You can't even show up to work on time.
That's the aspect. Maybe they don't see the difference or the moral, the morality in, like, they don't see the difference between a dog and a human, dude. They don't see the animalistic. They think it's primal, like I think it's primal to a dog, and it's in a sense primal with humans as well. But fuck, it's different, man. It's just
There's a biological aspect when you actually have a kid.
true. Yeah, there's a deeper connection for sure.
Do you feel that? Do you go?
I did it for the first like 2 weeks.
It's because she's
cut that out.
from my blood. Do you do that? Like, is it like, oh, because she's, or is it just the thing that you feel for your kid is much stronger than what you feel for your dogs, and that's just the way it is? You know what I mean? Like, do you intellectualize it, or is it just the way it is?
I don't think I've ever intellectualized it because it's just the way I feel, like naturally. It's not that I feel or care less about my animal. Why are you painting me a bad picture over here, guys?
No, this is what most people argue.
This is how it felt when
most
you were talking
people
about me,
argue.
like 15 minutes ago. It's your turn, okay?
Yeah.
I'm in the hot seat, baby. I'm in the hot seat.
I don't like it. Give me another beer, Nick.
No, it's just how it feels to me. You know what I'm saying? And it's not because I don't care about my animals, because I do. I play with them. I buy them toys. They just got new toys from Costco, man. Come on. I'm a good dog dad. I'm a good dog dad.
This is the therapist. Don't look at me, okay?
Is this couples therapy? What are we doing here? No, but it's like they get their food, they get their playtime food. I guess the way I would have neglected them or maybe not reared them enough is in like training, proper training, or like a treat for a trick or something like that. But
for a trick.
A treat for a trick.
Is that?
That's pimp talk, actually.
No, I really like that. I've never heard that before. It was very catchy.
I got a treat for a trick. Come back.
Here it goes, little doggy.
Yeah, and this was a sting operation. You're under arrest, sir.
Another treat for a trick. Classic wrap up. We got a trick on a treat. I don't know what we're doing anymore. We got a trick on a treat. Hey, we got a title. Write it down.
But yeah, like you, CJ, you mentioned like the love, that biological feeling of I created this. Like I didn't, that immediate love that everybody talks about. Like when you have a kid, you're never gonna love it. Like I didn't for the first 2 weeks, and I've talked about this before. Mainly because I was more worried about being stuck in that negative, cycle, that fucking hamster wheel of this maybe possible manifestation of
loving your child. Yeah, gross.
You're disgusting. But it's like the first 2 weeks.
We'll cut that out.
I was more.
Leave it
yeah,
in.
please.
No, leave it in.
I was more worried about like any illness or something like that. That's why I was more focused on that than focusing on.
It's dude.
Are
this
you-
wraps it together.
That's
it's
what I'm
like
saying.
me
With your dog. That's what I'm going
or
with.
the dating sites. It's it's a fake premonition of not letting yourself get to this spot. Damn, dude, you're fucking on to something. Hit the music.
Yeah. Plus, if she's sick or has a kid, it's a real deal breaker.
Yeah,
And
but if
Let's be honest, all women are sick, bro.
that's so funny.
Misogyny.
That's so funny, dude. That's so funny. That's so funny. I love that.
That's so funny.
And that was a joke. It took me 6 times to say that's so funny before you laughed. Hit the music.
Man, hit the music.
Hello, Pedro. Pedro's a bad dad dog, but a really good dad.
But a good dad for humans. Get the fuck out of here, guys. Quit roasting me, okay? You look like you're about to kill somebody with a fucking cattle prod thing.
See, you used your 17th best roast because you said them all from the get-go. Uh-oh.
But
They
that was
come in
off
first
mic,
'cause
dude.
it's
That was off
fucking-
mic. It wasn't.
Did you call them?
Yeah, because you guys are being mean to me,
You
man.
guys are being fucking mean.
No, I'm just kidding.
And I know there's
No,
drugs in here.
I've just never like analyze. It's just like
Yeah.
a feeling. It's like when you know, bro. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't like that for me.
It's just interesting because I'm sure that what you felt, you wouldn't say, "Oh, I was so worried about Gnocchi," but only the amount that you would be worried about a dog.
No,
Like,
I think what you said, it's on a
It's-
spectrum.
it's
yeah,
on-
and
like
you won't,
everything.
and it feels
Like with sexuality.
It feels as big as
a
it
large
is
spectrum.
important to you, and a dog, your dog is a huge.
No, it's a huge aspect of
It's
his
a-
life.
Yeah, as opposed
he said
to
it's his
where
life's-
when your family expands and you have both your dog and your kid now they have to share some amount of it, and so
Well,
more of it's going to go to the kid more than likely for the reasons that we talked about, but until that actually happens, the dog, you might invest just as much or more emotion in the dog
Right.
as you would
Yeah.
in a kid.
my dog is my parents' proudest thing about me.
Really?
It's a joke.
I don't know. He tripped your mom on Thanksgiving,
you're like,
bro.
damn, I
He
know.
tripped your mom on Thanksgiving,
And she
almost had
came over here to make sure he wasn't sick. Dude,
Damn. That's
he's
not-
got that
you know what that
relationship.
is?
He's got that relationship on everybody.
You
dude.
know what that is, bro? Unconditional love, and I
Yeah.
think that's a big aspect, especially with dogs.
that you
like-
don't have for dogs, you have for humans.
I have zero respect for unconditional love.
Zero respect for unconditional love. Why?
Yes.
Because you think all love's conditioned?
I think that if you have unconditional love for someone or something that, well, and this coming from a single dude, no kids, that
Tell me.
that
It's
it's
a haircut.
I
Okay.
I'm not crazy. I feel like if you have unconditional love, that's immature. You know,
Yeah.
like because
like
there,
you're-
number one, there's probably conditions that your love is on,
Yeah.
and you're just not admitting it.
For sure. It's the people that stay in relationships forever that shouldn't be in, because it's this weird unconditional love loop. Like, well, yeah, he hits me. But he has a really long day.
Or
Right.
people will always go, I'll always
I
love.
didn't see it going there. But
Yeah, I'll always love my kid. It's like, will you? What if
Yeah.
they get older,
Right.
and then they steal from you, and they
Yeah.
get addicted to
Or
drugs,
they steal, one of
and
those
then
cat-
they
or they
fucking-
steal one of those cattle.
Yeah.
but then as a
things that
parent, you'd
start
be
killing
disappointed
people.
in
Yeah.
yourself, right?
My friend murdered his mom.
Yeah.
Is she supposed to say all the way up until her last breath, like I still love him? Like
Every
no,
27
that kid was
stabs.
that sucks. Sucks that I had that kid.
Maybe
you
they're
know, like
both a
maybe.
little fucked up.
Yeah, but it's not solely on the kid for doing that. Like obviously
No, of
some
course not.
trauma
Yeah.
involved probably the parents or something. You know, it's like
But is
it's
it the parents' fault?
On the argument of the unconditional love aspect, though, that's why I'm saying.
Well, that's
Unconditional love is kind of like
It is
nonsense. It's
bullshit.
actually it's a platitude.
it's
and I
what
don't
you get
like
from dogs,
platitudes.
dude. Because dogs have
Platitude?
no
Is that like
condition.
a Pokemon? No, it's like that duck.
You think a homeless dog?
Right?
What?
No, sorry.
Platypus.
No, isn't there another platitude, dude?
Platitude?
Just
Yeah.
deal with it. Move on.
That's when you have an attitude of a platypus.
Yes,
You're
thank
like,
you.
I know I'm fucking goofy, but I
Yeah,
own
and
it.
I'm poisonous.
I love
bitch,
this
so-
dynamic. Okay, you fucking
only
you
mammal-
are a platitude.
the only
you got the
I'll-
shape
I'll
of
be
a
a platypus,
platitude.
dude.
Okay,
I got the platitude, and
You-
I'll be a platypus.
Pete has
okay?
beavertude.
I'm gonna motorboat your
He's
platitude.
got the body of
Whatever,
like
dude.
he has gophertude.
The only mammal.
Don't point at me.
I was pointing upwards at JC. Thank you, JC. The only mammal that is poisonous is a platypus.
Yeah, I know.
Did you know?
Yeah.
Or are you just being like,
'Cause
oh,
you're
have you seen that
toxic.
movie?
You're
yeah, I've seen-
toxic, dude.
Oh,
You're
okay.
You're the
there.
BP oil spill in my
You
life.
better be
dude.
careful, dog. I'll
You
give
gave
I'll
my
give your
dog Corona.
COVID.
I know he's not. I know he's not a child. I know he's not a child, and I know you don't believe me that I love him, but I love him.
I do believe you love him, dude. You said his life is more important than mine. And I believe that 100%. I'm not judging you for it. That's why I was defending you.
You guys are like
that whole
even.
fucking
You're
time,
even.
dude.
You're
even
even.
Stevens?
Even
Hell yeah,
Stevens.
dog. Come over here.
We even Stevens up in this.
Hell yeah, dude. That's tight, dude.
Yeah.
The first lady, the first person, got the corona vaccine today,
Oh yeah.
and she was an ICU nurse.
And what was the color of her skin? I'm just curious.
It was on the darker.
Of course, because we
pigments.
always end up. Testing.
I thought the same, dude. I thought the same. Like it was.
Not,
I was
this
like,
is
oh,
not, this is
isn't
factual.
being me racist.
We have somebody looks up facts right now, and he is shaking his
Okay,
head.
no.
Yes,
They
you're
did
correct.
test in Africa first.
Yes.
Yes,
As
they
usual.
Yep.
Right? And the first person to receive a coronavirus vaccine was an ICU nurse from New York named Sandra Lindsey. Wild,
Shout out
huh?
Sarah, dude.
And then she was soon hospitalized after and died of complications because of the coronavirus vaccine, dude.
Wait, what happened?
Oh wait, that's
She died?
we didn't want that to happen.
Yeah, but
I'm sorry.
but I think
Here
I
comes
think
Dr.
I think
Zevia.
Dr. Zevia is behind the board. Shit!
I think Pfizer and the U.S. government's still going forward with the distribution and application of this vaccine. So, R.I.P. her, but you should still get it
Pfizer?
because
And where actually
you won't get a check if you don't get it.
Where is this from?
This is me writing what I wrote.
I know, but what was the source? Who told
Dr.
you that?
Zevia made that vaccine,
No, but where did you
course
read?
he's-
and
Spreaded
he's the
this.
one who told Pete about it.
But where did you read that she was the first one and she died from it?
She didn't. I was just all satire, bro. It was just me fucking around.
This is the problem with podcasts and news.
If the news is coming
Well,
from
if
Pete,
you knew his wife,
it wasn't
this
coming-
would be the story.
Hold on.
it wasn't coming from the producer.
Well, hold on. That was I was acting very good then, so I was
Nice,
doing a
dude.
good job.
Hell
I
yeah.
fooled
Great
you.
bit, dude.
Thank
Great
you.
bit.
Good
Jesus,
job.
I practiced that all day at work today.
In the mirror, and then she
I
died.
wasn't. Yeah, and then from the coronavirus vaccine.
Coronavirus.
That was a really funny joke too. I liked it.
I love how I was like, really?
I can't believe that you did. Yeah, that's great.
Oh, wait, man.
Maybe you were looking
good.
at me.
That's fun.
You look good. I'm not gonna lie
Thanks,
to you,
dude. I could be an actor, dude. I'm just saying.
Yeah, maybe
I wouldn't
like
go
on
that far.
Telemundo,
Yeah, Telemundo
like
for
like
sure.
midnight show or
Yeah,
something like that.
yeah.
You could act like Cuban or Peruvian.
Yeah, because they never hire the Mexican.
That's
It's like, no,
true.
we need a Dominican.
Oh, like if they're hiring for Last of the Mohicans or something.
Hell
you,
yeah,
you
dude.
can't go in there and be like, I'm Mexican, dog.
You could be like in the Puerto
Because
Rican
they'll be like,
Sandlot.
you're not hired.
yeah,
Because we're looking for
of course.
Mayans and
Tigers.
Aztecs.
Aztec looking like people,
Yeah.
bro.
That's true.
And if you ain't got that big frontal vortex, what is it?
But can you act like you got a big frontal vortex, dude?
I don't know about that. I've seen a lot. I've been across for quite a while. I'm not saying I do, but I don't see it on the other side either. Dude. People are just reflections of ourselves.
We're
okay?
projecting,
We're,
you know?
Yeah, we're
We're
reflections
projecting,
of
dude.
ourselves, dude. You're a mirror. I'm a mirror, baby. Let's
That's gotta be
shake
some,
each other's dicks.
That's some George Orwell type shit.
From the New York Times, with a quick jab to a nurse's left deltoid, America entered a new phase in its fight against the coronavirus on Monday. The injection to Sandra Lindsey's arm at Long Island Jewish Medical Center made her the first American to receive the coronavirus vaccine outside a clinical trial.
It was the 4th day of Hanukkah, and the good Lord gave to me
I don't
a
think that's how that
COVID
goes.
vaccine, a COVID vaccine, and a Pfizer in my deltoid. Died 3 days later.
Crossing streams here a bit, but I am into it.
I've been doing that for years, dude.
Crossing streams?
Crossing
That's
streams.
underrated, dude. Underrated. Like, why
Hella
use
underrated.
2 urinals?
That's
if
actually
y'all
how
can-
they initiated me to the podcast. Was
Yeah, 3-way.
They both
three-way
pissed
cross.
on me.
dude.
3-way cross.
And you had a good stream. I'm not gonna lie.
It was
Thanks.
healthy.
It was
It
healthy.
looked healthy.
yeah, it took me a minute to get it going, but
That was the weird part. We were
Yeah,
already
we
done.
were like 2
we
in.
were, me and Pete were like, yeah, no, I win. No, and we were crossing swords. All of a sudden,
Nah.
you're just like in
I'd
the
say we
middle,
were-
like, come on, like you started flicking it. It's his first date.
I'm bladder
It's
shy.
his first date.
I know, but
All right.
that happened to me at the
The troughs you have to
Cubs.
pee
Yeah,
in
the
and
Cubs
at
at
the,
the
Wrigley
Wrigley
Field.
Stadium.
Yeah.
Yes, because I mean I was probably 14 or 15, you know, and I'm not shy about my piece either. Like I really get a little pee shy. Like
It's
I
a
get
privacy
uncomfortable.
thing, yeah.
I absolutely get Peter. I
And-
can't do
and
it.
so the
Is that part of the lack of emotional love that we're all experiencing?
Yeah, they don't
Might
pee around
be,
each other.
dude. I don't know.
This
This
is
is called
horrible.
Dr. Drew.
But like the Wrigley Field one, it's not even a trough where it's like against the wall and just like one like.
It's
you
like
know,
a circle, isn't
It's
it?
a circle.
Yeah.
So it's like you're about to. There's like Riley Reid's gonna walk in at any time or something like that.
You're
You know what I
staring
mean?
at Johnny
Yeah.
baby arm over here.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that?
It's so weird. Well, you know what's weird too is like there's got to be at least 3 pedophiles in here.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, you know what I mean?
That's where they hung out.
In
dude.
this
They got
room?
the-
They were hung out for sure. Yeah, there are at least 3 guys.
That's where they hung out, bro. You know,
Right?
There was like a
as
forum
a kid,
online.
you're like,
for
this
that.
is so uncomfortable because like there's creepy old fucking dudes everywhere. You know,
I get
girls
pictured
are always
too,
talking
bro.
about Me Too. You know, I've been Me Too'd a couple times. You know, I've been 15 or 16 and I've been
I
followed
bet you
in.
were a cute 15.
No, but I've been followed into bathrooms by older. I'm being completely serious.
I believe you. Yeah, I've been there.
Yeah, like multiple times in my life. Like I've been
Really?
fucking sexually harassed tons of times in like very uncomfortable situations. So it's like, and those kind of like when you're fucking dick out in Wrigley Field with these fucking drunks, you're like, I know, like it's so weird. Like that shouldn't be allowed even. That's what I'm saying. Like, we're trying to break down
gender neutral bathrooms.
We're talking about Target bathrooms. Let's talk about Wrigley Field.
What's the
bathroom.
time? Did you get harassed at Wrigley Field? Or
I didn't
what?
get harassed at Wrigley Field.
He wishes he did.
I was like, is anybody looking at me?
Like, come on, guys. What do I gotta do?
I got the hot salami special here. Peanuts, $5. Peanuts. No, not in that situation. But yeah, I've been falling into bathrooms and like
that's wild, bro.
Guys weirdly close and to me and creeping up on me, especially when I was younger. And
what do you do?
I mean, at that
he flaunts that ass, boy.
No, because
what do you do to deserve that?
That's sweet. I was wearing girl pants, so it wasn't my fault. I should have been wearing army fucking joggers, dude. Fucking
cargo
shorts, them away.
Dude. Cargo shorts.
Did
you confront the person who followed you?
No, because honestly,
did you ever confront?
Can I tell my assault story?
You ever confront your assailant,
dude? This is why guys can't do it. They have assault stories, and their friends like, "Oh, what happened? Did he suck your dick?" Oh, let me guess. He put a finger in your ass? No, man. It was like serious, dude. I was in the back of a Catholic church. And then what happened? Let me guess.
You were wearing a halter top, though.
You shouldn't have dressed that way.
That robe looked good on you, little altar boy.
Gap means gay and proud.
Way to refrain from that last punctuation.
Because with you guys, I let it loose.
So you were assaulted in the bathroom at the mall?
Like the Mall of America, right?
Like a hotel before, and then just random
That's
bars.
Crazy, bro.
But I never confronted them because it only happened when they could tell I was
under the influence.
But what did
I was never. I was just sober for
walk me through it. So you're going into the bathroom, they're behind you, and they're walking too close.
Walking too close, and like kind of sit or next to you in the urinal while you're peeing, trying to make eye contact, talking to you, and then like you're washing your hands. They wash their hands, and then they're like handing you paper towels and like weird stuff. Like it's like those
grooming, I think they call it. Yeah,
like oh, you want to come? Like
disgusting,
hey,
bro.
That's what
grooming.
That's
maybe
what
something you should do, bro.
This guy. I swear, 2 more episodes will be gone. You'll be in that chair in no time.
I hired my replacement. Oh, that's hilarious.
No, but
well, not the molesting part.
Well, it never like got to that point. But what's fucked up about it is it only happened to me when I wasn't in a place where I could confront an older person because I actually felt like. And they take advantage. They prey on that.
They
take advantage of that fucking salmon swimming to the left of the stream. Like, what's wrong with this salmon?
They're the bear. So they're the bear waiting for the salmon.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I'm just like, help me. So they took it. It's fucked up.
You don't even know enough to be like, help me. You're just kind of like
why is this?
Yeah. You're not analyzing.
Yeah. Like, why do I feel uncomfortable?
Exactly. And then you look back like, oh, this guy was like, grooming me or trying to.
Brush up on me, bro.
Yeah.
I've got stories, dude.
Well, it's funny because you said in our text the other day too. Not just that.
Maybe I never noticed it.
No,
you'd notice. You'd notice if it happened.
Yeah. I guess not.
Like, did you ever like a really notable one or?
Oh yeah.
Were you ever like, hey, all right, I'll go for that? No.
Not as a kid, but as an adult. When you got to make some money, you're like.
For me, I'm like I should have because that's one of these hotels was actually at. In Scottsdale like 10 or 12 years ago, and he followed me in the bathroom.
19, dude?
No, so is he, fucking, I'm so old, dude. I was like 15.
Okay, all right. Yeah, more like 17 years ago, maybe.
What's that hotel up from Desert Ridge?
Marriott.
Yeah, we stayed there. And
they got a nice pool.
Dude, if I would have sucked that guy's dick, dude, I wouldn't be doing this dumb shit. I'd be like still sucking his dick on a fucking private jet.
Hell yeah, dog. On that yacht?
That's the big.
You probably would have OD'd by now, dude.
True. I
True.
definitely
that or you out.
True change.
That
pole rider.
That or you would have outgrown his likes. You know what I'm saying? Like he wouldn't have fallen in love with you. You're just a little.
Oh, I was a little fucking 15-year-old
snack,
wearing
dog.
girl pants,
You were a
like
snack.
had bleached hair and shit. Like, damn, this guy's fucking got his tight ass and a decent cock.
Damn. And his hair's covering one eye. I like it.
Yeah, damn.
That's wild, man.
And would you have a good story you want to tell your molestation?
You want to tell? Yeah, you have a good story about being assaulted.
About being molested.
That we're gonna laugh about the whole time and say, "Is that really molestation?"
That shit is
Did
weird, dude.
you
I
like
mean,
it?
there are absolutely old dudes out there trying to fucking get
Piece of your
young
ass.
dudes to hang out with them and just coax them into sexual behavior.
Yeah.
Like I was working at Circle K when I was probably
Super gay.
back when I was gay. Yeah, I'm not gay anymore, Dad.
It was a good rhyme. It was quick. I'm dressed like a SoundCloud rapper. I gotta throw him out there when I hear him.
And this dude came in, and the person who was training me was like, "Oh, this guy is somebody you got to pay attention to." It was in my training week, and he's like, "This guy will get you a job somewhere that's not Circle K."
Sucking dick somewhere.
Lo and behold, dude, like so, I was like,
Circle
okay.
K obviously sucks dick. And old ones.
I'll try and make it short, but everything that I mentioned, bear it in mind. If you're being approached by a creepy person and details that run along these lines happen, your instincts are correct. So this dude walks in and he asks who's driving the vehicle that I was driving. I can't remember what it was. The
which little twins?
yeah. Let's say the Oldsmobile, but it wasn't an Oldsmobile. I can't remember what it is right now, but. The town car. I was driving a Lincoln town car, and he said, "Who's driving the town car?" And I was like, "Oh, that's me." And he's like, "You want?"
Did you say that in a Matthew McConaughey voice?
Did you say that's me?
He walked in like
Present.
he's wearing. Okay, so dude walks in and he's wearing a brown leather jacket.
We're already laughing at his assault story.
Gray hair,
It
slicked
is
back.
fun. You got me into it.
This
should
is
be
what
able
the
to do this to women,
podcast should be.
too.
Let's
Laugh
just get
at
people in
assault
here and tell
stories. I
assault
hope this
stories.
mental
Laugh
health
at
guy
them.
just listen to this episode. He's like, I talked about people about saving their life from committing suicide. And we're like, what's your rape story? And how hilarious is it? We got a 1 out of 10 scale to Who Do You Think You Are podcast, and that is hilarious.
You guys are disgusting, bro. God, laughing at people's story. All right, continue. So he walks in.
So
What's
this
he
guy
wearing?
walks in. He's wearing tight jeans, boots,
Was this Nick?
leather jacket, brown leather jacket.
It might have been.
Was it on 16th?
He's
and
got
Beverly?
hair down over his eyes, and he's all, "Whose dick am I sucking?" No, he walks in.
Thinking of my second tonight.
His hair is gray and slicked back. He's an old man, kind of
Definitely wasn't me then.
sallow cheeks, or whatever that word is, kind of sunken in cheeks. And he's got like big aviator glasses on, and he starts telling me he can turn my town car into a Bentley. And he's all,
Sounds
"That's
like fence smoke.
He's all, "That's just," I know. If but he didn't look haggard. He just looked like an old guy. And I was like 19, 20, so I was still dumb. And he was like, "I can turn your car into a Bentley for real cheap." And I was like, "Wow, that's cool. What?" And he's like, "That's just one of many businesses I have. I also run a limousine business, and I make coffins. I also have a contract with the United States military with a truck that I make that converts into a boat, just driving from land to water."
This Count Dracula.
One of those
I'm like,
I also-
"What, dude? The
I also
fuck?"
have a funeral business where I bury
Nice.
the young men that don't have sex with me.
Yeah,
I drove him there in a limousine.
Land to the ocean. Land to the ocean. Land
They
to the
never
ocean.
find bodies in
Basically,
the
dude.
ocean.
And he's just there hanging out with us and talking and shooting the shit. Somebody comes in and does a beer
He's
run.
loitering at
You know
Circle
what's
He's
K.
I love,
literally
the
loitering.
land to- I love the idea of a serial killer telling a younger person their idea, like how it's like, yeah, you can't do that anymore, and they're like, what?
What?
I've been doing that for 10 years. Land to the ocean. They can't find that anymore. No, they can track you with your iPhone that you're holding right now. They actually can listen to you. Land to the ocean.
You're like, "Hold on, let me look it up. See your Google
Yeah.
Maps right
Go-
here. I actually
zooming,
see."
Zooming in.
Yeah, find my
and he's-
iPhone.
Yeah,
It's the
there's a
middle of the
red
night.
dot where every victim.
He's taking a body to his car in the back of the funeral car in the middle of the night. How did Google Maps
Yeah,
do
Google
this?
satellite maps.
How is this not a lack of privacy? Can you tell me how that's
Yeah.
not a lack of privacy? That's insane. It is kind of, isn't it?
He
is
gets
kinda.
convicted for the murders, but he countersues the military or Google for spying on him.
And that's how Jeff Bezos got his start. That's a fun fact. You can look that up at home if you want to, but we have a
And
producer,
don't look it
that's
up.
true.
Don't
You
look
know,
it up.
and he shaved his head and became Lex Luthor.
I think we went off on a tangent. Let's finish your.
So
Yeah,
this
how'd you
guy
get
is hanging
molested?
out, and it's me and another skinny, hairless faced white boy,
Ooh, he loves us.
and dude's hanging out with us for hours.
Some kind of cat.
Ding. Cue number one. And then so somebody comes in and does a beer run, and as they're running out, he goes, "I'll shoot you in the back." And I'm just all...
Voted for Trump 2020.
I'm all, hey, fella. You know, like in my head, I didn't say this because I was a spineless young bass, young
That's
coward.
exactly what it is, right? When we don't have the courage to say something.
You're like,
should
I say? Yeah, you're like, should I say something or should I not? and I'm like, but I mean, honestly, don't tell somebody you're going to shoot him
in the back
when first of all you have nothing vested here. You're just hanging out at Circle K.
You're loitering.
You don't work
You're
here.
You're loitering at Circle K, trying to hit on a couple of.
You tell somebody
twinks,
you're gonna shoot them, and they turn around and start firing, and I get hit. I'm gonna be upset at you. I'm gonna be a little upset.
It's gonna make me not want to suck your dick.
Yeah, dude, I'm definitely not sucking your dick later if you get me shot.
As I was saying, I'm gonna be a little upset. I'm not gonna suck your dick. What would you say in your kind of?
Well, I'm just gonna be mad, and I wouldn't suck your dick.
Puto.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm not big into the.
Yeah, and this is our segment where we just do, where we show how we might capitulate in different dialects
Cultures.
And regions.
That's beautiful. That's something that more.
This is how I would capitulate to rape if I was Hindi. I don't want to, but I would.
That's God! All right.
I was gonna
so he came.
That's our producer, folks.
So he comes in, he's talking to us, chatting us up, telling us about all these things he can do. And he says, when you get off work, and I'm working the graveyard shift, so my getting off work is
6 in the morning.
2 in the morning. Yeah, 6 in the morning, something like that, 4 in the morning. So, and he says, when you get off, come on down to the business complex over here. That's where I'm at. I have an office over here. I'll show you what I do. If you
Sounds legit.
If you want to come work for me, yeah, we've got openings.
Hell yeah.
So I go down there and I check it out, and what he shows me
why'd
there.
you go?
It sounded like a good opportunity, dude.
I literally have spent my whole time since I was like 20 just trying to go, that looks like a better thing than what I'm doing here. I'm going to go do that. And so I'll just go. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, I'll suck a dick.
Suck a dick to get
if it's worth, if you'll change my life.
I'm excited to hear the next part of the story. I want to also say that why we're not canceled for the voice that you previously used, because it wasn't cultural appropriation because you work at a Circle K, so you are part of the culture. You can do that. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
That's I just want to clarify that to our listeners, because I don't want to look like bad. You said some choice words before.
I'll submit that to our legal team.
Thank you. And then so you go down there, check it out.
You are the
myself. I'll put it in my butt.
Oh God.
So you go down to the place.
So I go down and check him out. No, and I go in and he's just got this like cluttered ass office space and a computer set up.
Was it a couch casting room?
No, but he might have had one in the back. He sets up his computer. I'll try and shorten this up. He shows me 3 more businesses he does, and he talks about his limousine business and famous people that he's driven around in his limousine business. Yeah. And every woman that he talks about, he goes, when she was a bitch. And every man he talks about, he doesn't do that. And then he starts telling me about the big money opportunity. And the big money opportunity is he's got a business where they use this machine that will laser scan your body, and then it creates a bust, like a ceramic bust of you. And they're hired by like underwear brands.
You fuck doll, dude?
They're hired by underwear brands, and he starts showing me these underwear brand pictures on his computer. Ding!
Were you hard yet?
Yeah, no, I was hard immediately.
He walked in the building hard.
Yeah,
he actually has a place.
Yeah, so some old man starts showing you pictures on his computer of things that you wouldn't consider showing people, like naked people and stuff. That's another cue that something might be going on here.
Yeah,
that I missed, but you won't because you've got.
Did you?
Who do you think you are? Podcast.
I was going to ask you that. Did you miss that as the 18, 19-year-old?
I only felt it. I didn't intellectualize it.
That's what I'm saying, because I was like, when did you realize this? Like, when did it fall upon you? Like,
after
holy
the fact,
shit. Yeah.
like years.
Completely after, years after the fact.
I knew it was weird, and you'll know why, but it just...
Did you just leave, or what?
So he's showing me these busts of...
You're like, all right, where's the money?
We have like 5 minutes.
Dicks popping out. I know, that's what I'm trying to shorten it up. Of dicks popping out of underwear. And I'm like, oh, this is weird. And this is one of the models who does it for me. And he's showing me pictures of this dude naked doing poses in his hallway. And I'm like, okay, cool.
It's my coworker.
And he's all, we'll give you, I'll pay you $36,000 for the thing. I'll give you half up front in a paper bag. We'll come pick you up in a limousine, and you come and do it. We'll give you a magazine if you need to get yourself up. And we've got a bonus structure. If you can stay hard for the 6 minutes it takes to do the thing, we'll give you a 40% bonus on top of that. If you stay, 80% hard, it goes down to a 20% bonus, etc.
And as the boner decreases,
mine's smaller than 20% at that.
Yeah, there's a boner bonus.
Yeah, my boner bonus would be way down by that. They'd be like, wow, you went from 100 to 0 real quick.
Is there a 5%?
And I'm asking him all these questions and shit because I'm young and naive and like I can get $36,000 right now.
What percentage?
That's what I'm saying. Like as a cue number 3.
So
unrealistic amounts of money.
And then what happened?
And then so he's telling me about all these things, and then I told him I was a musician at some point because we're shooting the shit, and he's shown me all of these. He does music too, and he's a ragtime musician. Like ragtime, weird piano guy. He's so weird.
That would
have
been my That's when my head would have been like, I need to get out of here.
And that's
not until that exact moment I'd be like, that's weird music.
He called a lady and was all, "Hey, it's me. We got one."
Damn,
she said something, and then he goes, "Okay, we'll set it up." And he hangs up, and he's like, "We'll get you set up." And then he goes, "We can take your measurements right now if you want to. Like, we can just take them right here, get it wrapped up."
He says, "I'll take
and then
your
we'll pick them."
measurements.
Exactly. And I was like, you know what, man? I just have to really think about this a little bit. He tried to press it on me a few more times, and he tried to get with the idea of. And
I'm like, wrap it up, and like, like throwing fucking monkey wrenches on what you're saying.
And
I can't help myself.
And so he kept kind of getting at it, and then I think he noticed that didn't work because that's when he really pushed hard on the music and showing me shit and trying to impress me. And eventually,
sounds like he was trying to sell you a timeshare, bro.
And
those things are scams.
He was trying to sell me some time to share my dick in his mouth. But my sister called and was like, "Hey, where are you at?" Because I lived at home at the time, and she's like, "It's 6 a.m. and you get off at 4, and this is weird, and just want to make sure you're okay." It was early on in this new job and shit. And so I was like, "Oh, my family's worried about me now. I gotta go." And that was when he kind of shifted, and he was like, "Okay." He started to get quiet, took a few more minutes, and was like, "All right." And I'm like, "Okay, see ya, dude." And I went to leave, and it was locked. And as I'm going to leave, he's going in the back room somewhere. And I'm remembering him earlier in the night talking about his gun.
Oh, shit.
And my mind starts spinning, so I'm looking for stuff to pick up, and I get closer to the door so that if he comes out and is, like, wielding a gun or anything, I have time to...
You got something to throw at him.
No, I have time to get on him. I get closer to the door he's going to come out of so
gotcha.
that I'm not at a distance. And so I'm doing all this stuff in my head, and he comes out, and his face is, like, red. And he walks over, and he has to let me out because I'm locked in. That's why I was there.
Gotcha. Yeah, right.
Because otherwise I would have just walked out and left and been like, I'm not waiting for you to come out of the back room that you just randomly went into.
It was just locked.
But that was it. And so, so he comes out, his face is all red. I'm like, this dude just went back and jerked off in the back room. And like,
so
probably,
you waited a good 3 minutes.
He probably had thoughts and designs in his head. And then he's like, oh, this kid's family's calling him and shit. Like, I can't do anything.
Yeah.
Like, that's what it fucking felt like to me after the fact. Because, like, that's a big red flag that I've learned about human trafficking since then is, like, exorbitant offers of money and shit is, like, a huge red flag where it's, like, they're just trying to get you to come. And I'm like, dude, I think I was...
Oh, they're trying to get you to come.
I think that guy was...
Sure,
I think I was almost human trafficked, dude.
That was a beautiful Christmas story. I'm glad we ended this holiday episode with that. That's our new producer. Did a Hindu voice. He did, he told a molestation joke, or not joke, sorry, a molestation story where, some old guy jerked off, and this is the kind of holiday things that we're gonna start doing. This is the new Who Do You Think You Are? This is the new team. Like it or leave it, Columbus, Ohio, because this is what we're doing from now on out. Okay, this is who we are. Okay, this is what's happening, and this is the way it's gonna be. And we're gonna see you next week. And
Amor y Paz.